Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. I think we are in week 3 of isolation now. I've kind of lost track, to be honest. It's been a manic morning. I woke up relatively early. I'd set my alarm because last week I'd had a phone call to say that my physio was going to ring me at 9 o'clock this morning, so I woke up to make sure that I was kind of awake for that. 9 o'clock kind of came and went, and by 9:30 I was kind of thinking, I don't think that they're going to ring, so they didn't ring and I still haven't heard from them. Although I think maybe there's been some sort of mix up, because I spoke to my physio a couple of weeks ago now, I think, when she told me that I couldn't have physio anymore because of the coronavirus. So I don't know why they would be ringing me again, because the receptionist said that they were going to ring me to talk about the plan, and as far as I know there is no plan. The plan is that I can't be seen at the moment, so yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was all about. But anyway, I didn't get the phone call, but I did think, like, oh, I'm up, like, you know, reasonably early, this will be good, I can get like some stuff done. And then, so I went downstairs and my phone rang and I was like, oh, maybe the physio is ringing. So I answered the phone and it was a secretary up at UCLH in London, and my heart literally like dropped, because I knew at some point I would probably get contacted by UCLH, because I'm meant to be going up to London next week to see my leg surgeon. And I have been absolutely terrified of that appointment being cancelled. I've also been terrified of what happened if I would actually have to go up there, but I've been terrified of the appointment being cancelled just because my leg is such a problem at the moment. And obviously when you've had like major surgery on something and then you're not healing properly, or there's complications, you kind of, I don't know, you get worried, don't you? So when they said they were from UCLH, I was like, oh god. And he said, oh, you're due to have an appointment with this consultant next Friday, I think it is. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, he still wants to speak to you. And I was like, great. But he says, oh, he wants to do it by phone now. So I was like, okay, I can cope with this. Because I think my fear was just that it was going to be cancelled, or that he would say, I still want to see you in person, because I was absolutely terrified of going up to London. So yeah, he wants to speak to me in person, so he's going to ring me next Friday, which is quite good because the appointment was at like 9:45, so it would have been a really early start to try and get up there. So it means I can do it from the comfort of my own home. I don't quite know how it's going to work, because he's probably going to need to examine me and possibly do like some x-rays or scans, and obviously you can't do that over the phone, so I don't quite know how it's going to work. But I'm just hoping that I can talk to him on the phone and he can kind of make an initial assessment and then come up with some sort of plan. What that plan would be, I don't know, but we will see. But at least hopefully that appointment is still there, unless things change and it gets cancelled. I've kind of still got that at the back of my mind that could happen. So anyway, yeah, that phone call happened, so I was already like quite on edge. And then I needed to ring the my GP surgery, because I was meant to have a phone appointment with my GP today, but I got a text last week telling me it had been cancelled, and that if I still needed an appointment to ring like at the beginning of the week. So I rang, and I think I was on hold for like 20 minutes. But I was just like, I'm just gonna sit here because I've got nothing else to do and I need to speak to them. Once I got through, I spoke to the receptionist and I explained, you know, I was meant to have this appointment and it got cancelled, and then they told me to ring back at the beginning of the week. So that's what I'm doing, and I still need the appointment. And she went quiet for ages, and I was like, this isn't good. And then she said, I can get you to see another GP today, or not see, speak to you on the phone. And I was just a bit like, I would prefer to be able to speak to my GP. Like, there's probably one thing that I could get sorted with a different GP, but I've got some other bits that I have, like, I've talked to my GP about them for the last however many years I've known her, and it's just really difficult trying to like go through everything with someone completely new when you've got like complex chronic health problems. So it would just make it a lot easier for me and for the doctor if I can speak to someone that already knows the history. So I kind of said, is there any chance of speaking to my GP? And basically they're only making appointments on a day-to-day basis now. So she said to me that if I want to try and speak to my GP, I need to ring back on Thursday morning when they open to see if I can get a phone appointment on that day. So I've put it in my diary, and I'm literally going to ring at like 8:30 and just hope that I can get through. If I can't, I'm still going to have to ask to speak to a doctor, because I've been on a course of antibiotics. I think I said this in my last vlog, because I've got some sort of infection in my foot, and the antibiotics aren't helping, and it's just getting worse, and I'm getting quite anxious about it now. I mean, when the doctor that put me on the antibiotics said it needed following up after a week, which isn't going to happen because I can't get an appointment, but it does need like following up before Easter. And the fact that the infection is spreading, I don't know if it's something like cellulitis or something, but obviously it needs sorting because it can get really serious, and I don't want that on top of everything else. So I'm going to ring on Thursday and see if I can talk to my GP. If I can't, I'll ask if I can speak to a different doctor, and literally just speak about my foot, and then I'll put the rest of it off until I can actually get an appointment with my GP. It's not ideal, but that's just going to have to be how it is. So yeah, once I'd kind of done all those phone calls and stuff, it was getting quite late, so I had my breakfast, and then my brother said, oh, like, can we FaceTime now? And I obviously didn't want to like miss doing that, so we actually went on Zoom. So we spoke to David, Emma and Maisie, and then Richard, Lisa and Noah popped up as well, and we had quite a long chat with them. So like the time was going on and on. I hadn't even got dressed at this point yet, but it was nice to like obviously speak to them and see Maisie and Noah again. And like they're just changing, like especially Maisie is just at that age where she's changing so quickly, and it makes me really, really sad that I can't see her in person. Like obviously I miss Noah as well, but I think Maisie's just at that age, like she's nearly 9 months, and just every time you see her, like she's like learnt something slightly new, or she's like, I don't know, like she's trying to pull herself up to stand and things like that, and it's just really sad like that you're not able to experience that. So yeah, we had a nice long chat with them, and then I went and got dressed, and now here I am. I feel a bit like stressed out this morning. I'm going to edit a video for a bit this morning. I mean, I'm going to have a late lunch because yeah, everything's just gone to pot today. But I've got a video about coping when you're housebound, so I'm going to start editing that. And then this evening I've got my virtual mental health group again, so I'm going to do that for a bit. I don't know how long I'll stay, because it depends how I feel, but I just feel like I need to like switch off for a bit, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm going to get on with editing this video, and then we'll just see where the day takes us. I kind of feel like there's no point in making plans because everything just keeps getting up in the air, but I'm trying my best. Sorry for very little footage today. I feel like it's just been one of those days, and I feel like I keep saying this because every day feels like one of those days at the moment. I can't remember where I last left you. Oh yeah, I think I was trying to edit a video. So I did a bit of that, had some lunch, and I've just been having a nap, as you can probably tell by the crazy hair. And in about 10 minutes we're going to start the virtual mental health group for this evening, which I'm quite looking forward to, although I've just found out that my friend was hosting a like inclusive dance class for people with chronic illnesses on Zoom, and it was hacked, and the people that hacked it were shouting really horrible things at everybody, which is really quite scary because it's left her really upset. It's left the people that were joining in with it really upset. And I just don't understand people and what is wrong with people. You know, there's people out there like my friend who is trying to do good things to help people who are, like, you know, struggling to get through this, and then you get idiots hacking, you know, stuff that's meant to be out there to support people and to make life a little bit nicer for people, and it just is scary. I mean, we have a password on our thing, but I don't know what else we can do to, like, protect it, and I would not want that to happen to anybody else. Anyway, we're going to go ahead. Hopefully it'll be alright. And yeah, I'm hoping it might help because my head just feels really noisy at the moment, and I feel like there's so much stuff going around in my head, and I just don't know, I'm struggling to kind of get it out and have anyone that I can talk to. But I'm hoping that even if I can't really talk about it, that it will just be a bit of a distraction to kind of chat to this group of people that I know and get on really well with. So that's the plan, but I need to go to the loo first, so I'm going to go and do that and then set up the computer.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines.
Good morning, it's Tuesday, and I'm really hoping that today is going to be better than yesterday. I don't know what happened yesterday. I don't know. It wasn't even like a particularly bad day in the scheme of things. You know, I had 2 phone calls to say that my 2 of my hospital appointments were being changed to phone calls, which was really good because I was worried that they were going to get cancelled. I couldn't get an appointment with my GP, which I struggled with a bit, but I'm going to try again on Thursday. I think it was mainly reading social media and the news, which, I don't know, it's so difficult to, like, ignore it completely because I want to kind of keep up with what's going on. I've always watched the news, like, especially since I did my journalism degree, like, I've always watched the news. And like Facebook and stuff is a way that I keep up with my friends, but it's just quite difficult not to kind of see stuff you don't want to see sometimes. And I made the mistake of reading some of the comments on a news article. There was an article that an acquaintance, I suppose I would say, of mine, like, I don't know her well, but I know her through the chronic illness community. She had like done an article with the BBC about disabled people and how we're kind of feeling at the moment, and it was actually a really good balanced article. You know, she spoke about how scared a lot of people are, and you know, it is quite scary with having the possibility that you kind of won't receive critical care and all that stuff. But then she kind of balanced it by acknowledging that you know, we're in a massive crisis at the moment and there's only so many resources. And I thought it was actually a really good article that kind of balanced things out, but I made the mistake of reading the comments, and there were just so many negative comments about disabled people and people who are chronically ill, and it just broke me yesterday. I just couldn't believe it. Like, there were a few disabled and chronically ill people on there who were, like, trying to fight our corner, but the majority of comments were just horrible. And, you know, at best some of them were just people who had no idea of the kind of, like, struggles and continual fight that people with, like, disabilities and chronic illnesses have to go through on a day-to-day basis. But there were also just some really, really nasty comments about our, you know, us not being worth NHS treatment and all sorts of horrible things. And yeah, I shouldn't have read the comments, and I don't know, I find that if I start reading them and I start seeing stuff like that, I just end up reading more, and it's not good for me. So that just really kind of shook me a bit, and I don't know, I was kind of sat there thinking like, God, is this really how everyone sees us? And then I thought, actually no, this is just a small sample of the world, and there's so many more people that don't think those kind of things about disabled people. But certainly yesterday it just completely shook me, and I just found like by the end of the day I felt absolutely exhausted, because I think I'd got myself so anxious and so upset, and I just got to the point where I felt like I didn't want to fight anymore. I didn't see the point, and I posted on my Facebook, because a lot of the people that are on my Facebook are friends with kind of disabilities and chronic illnesses, and I was just quite open and kind of talked about this article in the comments, and just said, am I the only person who has just kind of given up the fight at the moment? And a few people commented and sent messages and stuff, which really helped. So it kind of helped to know that I'm not alone. And there's some great accounts on Instagram as well, from like disabled people and chronically ill people who are kind of talking about this kind of stuff as well. So I kind of find trying to like focus on those kind of things is more helpful. Anyway, I am going to carry on editing this video today. I'd like to try and get it finished and uploaded if I can. Don't really have any plans for this afternoon apart from having a shower and washing my hair, because I feel a bit gross and I need to have a hair wash. And yeah, that's about it really. So I'm going to get on doing this and then go and have some lunch and decide what I'm going to do after lunch.
Oh, it's so nice right in the sunshine, isn't it?
Do you get the impression that Lennie is enjoying the sunshine?
Well, cats do, don't they?
He just keeps putting his legs in the air and feeling the sun on his tummy.
Yeah. I mean, the sun on your tummy is really nice. The chair's not big enough for me to do.
He's imagining being a cat. I don't know about anybody else at the moment, but I feel like time is just flying by. Like, I don't know where the time in the day goes, and I know a lot of people are thinking that time is kind of dragging and that they're bored and things like that, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm kind of used to being housebound already, that it doesn't feel like that part of things isn't that much different. And yeah, I kind of feel like I get up and then all of a sudden it's like 6 o'clock and I'm like, where has my day gone? And a lot of it's like resting and procrastinating and wasting time, which is frustrating, but it's just how it happens. So I got my video uploading this morning. I then had a call from the town clerk at the council, because although most of the council meetings have kind of had to stop, the planning meetings are kind of having to still go ahead, not all the time, but just to get through like some things, just because there's like deadlines on stuff, so they have to go through. So we're trying to work out like how to do this virtually. So I think we're going to have a test call tomorrow just to like check it all works. And so that was, yeah, she was ringing up to kind of talk about that. Had some lunch, and then Mum and I went on my laptop to try and sort out sending some stuff to Maisie for Easter. Noah is not so difficult because they live just down the road. Like, we can easily like drop stuff off outside their house and just kind of leave it and then tell them it's there. Either, you know, if like when Mum's gone down to the shops, you can do it on her way back or whatever, or as part of a daily exercise you can go and do it. But David and Emma live quite a long, well, not quite a long way away, like probably about 30 minutes by car, depending on how fast you drive. And so yeah, it's just not possible to kind of leave stuff for them. So yeah, we've been trying to sort out like stuff to send to Maisie. She's not, well, she's only 9 months, so she's not really on chocolate yet. So we went on Sainsbury's 2 website, their clothing website, and have sent her, I got her like a little romper suit, which is like a lilac colour, and then it's got a bunny rabbit on, and it's the That's Not My Bunny. And I just thought it was really cute for Easter. And then my mum also added in a couple of little dresses, so we've sent those over. And also I've sent her a book. I wanted to send her the That's Not My Bunny book, but they didn't have that on Amazon, so I've sent her That's Not My Lamb, because I thought that was quite Eastery as well. My mum has got books for her here, so she's trying to work out how we're going to send them, because they're like Easter themed books, so you kind of want her to have them. So I don't know whether we'll try and send something with Hermes or something. So yeah, got that all sorted, and I am just going to have a lie down now because I'm kind of wiped out. Had a bit of stress earlier. I put in a repeat prescription this morning for my inhaler because I'm running out and I need another one. And then I got a text from a doctor that I don't know saying that she had declined my prescription request because there's a shortage of inhalers and she didn't think that I needed it yet. So I then kind of had a panic, thinking like, oh my god, how am I going to cope? I'm going to run out of inhalers, and my asthma is not very well controlled at the moment, ever since I had that like respiratory infection thing and had to be on steroids. My asthma's just been a bit all over the place, and I kind of haven't wanted to contact the doctors because I just feel like they're already really busy, and like obviously you can't go in, like they're not really having like in-person appointments and stuff, so I just didn't really want to, well, I didn't see the point, and I didn't want to kind of contact them to try and see like the asthma nurse or the doctor about it. So yeah, I've lost track of what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I got this text to say that I couldn't have the inhalers, and I was panicking, and then my mum suggested just dropping them an email and explaining why I need the inhaler. And basically when I had the chest infection, I don't know what it was, chest infection, upper respiratory infection, to begin with I saw a doctor in urgent care, and they told me to increase my inhaler dose for a couple of weeks, which I did. Actually, I think I did it for longer than a couple of weeks, and then I saw my normal doctor and still wasn't any better, so I got put on the steroids, but also had to keep up the like increased dose and then kind of taper it down over like a few weeks, which was what I did. Although even now, because I'm finding that I'm still getting like really breathless and stuff, I am still kind of, if I'm like really bad, I'm like increasing the dose again to what she said, to kind of cope with that, which is why I think it's run out quicker than what they thought it was like meant to. So I emailed them, and I don't know, like, because I was a bit like frustrated and anxious and like just angry at the whole situation, not just this but everything. I'm kind of a little bit worried that my frustration kind of came across in the email, and I didn't really mean it to. Like, I wasn't rude or anything like that, and I read it through to my mum and she thought it was fine, but I sent it and then I was like, oh, did I like say the right things and all this kind of stuff. But I just explained why I needed it, like what had been happening the last few months, and the fact that, you know, I'm kind of like running out of my inhaler, and that I need, you know, I do need this inhaler. And then I just said, please could you like pass this on to either the doctor that had done the prescription, well, not done the prescription, or my GP, so that they can either do a repeat prescription or at least give me some advice on how to cope without an inhaler. And then my GP texted back a while later and said that basically there's a massive like inhaler shortage at the moment, so they're like not meant to prescribe inhalers like unless it's like, well, unless you really need it, and also they're only allowed to prescribe like one a month or something. But because like she read my message and she understood what the problem was. She has now prescribed my inhaler. She also said that if I'm finding I'm having to like up the dose a lot more, that we could like change my inhaler for one of a bigger value, like double value or something, I don't know. So I don't know, I'll keep an eye on things and just play it by ear. So yeah, that was a bit stressful. There just seems to be like a different stress every day, doesn't there, at the moment? And I kind of was feeling like I was doing okay this morning, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm getting on all right, and then that happened and it just completely threw me, and I just lost the plot a bit. It is just an emotional roller coaster. Good morning. I feel like I need to do something more exciting because pretty much all of this vlog so far has been me sitting here. It's Wednesday and I've had a fairly quiet morning. Had a bit of a lie-in, did breakfast, got dressed, all that jazz. I'm just doing some blog YouTube stuff, trying to share my video at the moment, and I can't get onto Twitter on my computer for some reason. It just doesn't load, and I don't really know why. I don't like it when computers don't work. Everything else works, it's just Twitter, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I'm going to do that and then do a little bit of editing. I've got a Zoom call with the council at 2 o'clock, which is just our like test call to see if like it all works before we do our planning meeting next week. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on the time because obviously I want to make sure that I'm ready for that, but trying to get a bit of vloggy stuff done first. Becca was at work this morning and she's just got back and she was like, Jenny, I've got you a present. I was like, okay. And I went into her room and she's got me a key. I don't know where's the best place to put it so you can see it. There we go. Yeah, so it's from Shop Disney, and basically it's one of these ones where if you spend, I think it's £20, you could get the key, and they've brought out quite a few different ones now. There's also ones you can get like if you open a store and stuff. I've never had a key before because every time they come out there's like nothing that I really want to buy or need to buy, and yeah, so I don't do it. But Becca was buying a few bits and so she got me the key. So this is the Cinderella Key, which is rather pretty. I do worry though that this will start a new obsession with collecting keys, but I don't think it will because, yeah, you know, I can't be spending 20 quid every time a key comes out unless it's stuff that I want. Yeah, it's very pretty. So I need to think about how I'm going to display that. That has made me smile. Cinderella, 70 years apparently. So yeah, I need to decide what I'm going to do with that. And yeah, I'm going to get on with this. I've got a parcel to open which I will do when I go downstairs. So I'll show you what's in that because I don't know what it is. I haven't ordered anything. And that's about it for plans, I think, as far as today goes. Right, I'm just getting myself ready for this Zoom council meeting thing. Is it sad that I get slightly excited if there's something a little bit different going on? I don't know, like if you've got like a, like, I don't know, I look forward to like my mental health like Zoom meetings once a week, or like if we're gonna have a FaceTime with like family or something. It's just like something different, isn't it, that kind of breaks up the usual routine of nothingness. So yeah, got about 10 minutes. I'm quite early for once in my life. But yeah, anyway, I shall do this. I don't think it's going to be a particularly long meeting. One, because you get chucked off after 40 minutes anyway, and two, because it's just a test. So yeah, I'm going to sort this meeting out and then I think I'll go and get some lunch. I managed to do a little bit of editing this morning. It took me longer. I was trying to like do what I usually do and promote my last video on like Facebook and Twitter and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just could not get into Twitter, so I had to do it from my phone, which was a bit annoying because it's not as easy. So that just took a bit longer than I'd planned, but I have started editing a weekly vlog, so that's good. I can never remember what day it is. It's Wednesday, so I'm doing all right. My kind of goal, like yeah, ideal like goal for this week is that I want to get the weekly vlog like edited and finished. I mean, if I could get it done tomorrow, that would be great, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. And then I need to film a couple of videos because I haven't got any now kind of backed up. So I either need to do that on Friday or Saturday. I don't know why I'm looking at my calendar because I don't think I've got anything on. Yeah, nothing on Friday and nothing on Saturday. So if I can film on one of those days, I mean, it'd be great if I could film on Friday and get it done and out the way, but I just don't think I'm going to get the vlog finished tomorrow. So we'll see. There we go, that's the plan. Anyway, I'm going to log on because I think we've got about 5 minutes now and see how we get on with this test meeting. So Xena has come in. Don't show it much on the vlogs because she's not inside very much. Freddie. She's having a little mooch around the kitchen at the moment, aren't you, Bobs? How old is she? Like 9? 10. You're going to be 10 this year. She hasn't actually met Lennie yet, so we're not quite sure. Bobs. Hello. She has many nicknames. One of them is Xena Bobs, and then she gets called Bobs for short. Don't you, Mrs? I think she's seen Lennie.
Oh yeah, Lennie's just making himself.
Lennie's just completely oblivious. He's on the chair. He's on the chair. He's just oblivious to what's going on.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. So all that's left is you and me. I can't promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me, and let our minds be caught up in a dream.
Right, so the Zoom call went okay. I've had lunch, had some cuddles with Xena, and now I'm just going to open this parcel, which is from Moonpig. I don't know what it is because, as I said, I haven't ordered anything, so let's see.
Quiet voices in the night.
I have an Easter egg with an assortment of milk, white and dark chocolates from Thornton's. Who is it from? This is from my friend Katrina, who lives in Ireland, and her little boy Rian. Have a lovely Easter and feel better soon. Hopefully see you soon. Very nice. I don't think Katrina watches my videos, but if she does, thank you very much. I will send her a message anyway, but I shall enjoy that. Thank you. Good morning. I'm not very awake today. I got up fairly early because I needed to phone the doctors because they had told me to ring today to try and get an appointment with my GP. I've been a bit hesitant to ring, to be honest, because I know that they're really busy and I know that chronic illnesses just aren't a priority, and so I don't know, I felt really anxious about ringing and bothering them. And also when you ring, there's like a message first before you kind of get through to anyone, and it basically says you know, if you've got an urgent medical thing, then, you know, go through to make an appointment or do it online. So it kind of makes me think that they can't deal with chronic illnesses at the moment. And I've kind of been speaking to a lot of my friends and other people in the chronic illness disabled community, and I think they're kind of experiencing the same thing. So I don't know, it's difficult to know whether to reach out for help at all. And I know it's making a lot of people, including me, very anxious and sad. Anyway, I rang and they said, because basically I thought, okay, the only thing that I'm likely to get any help with is this infection in my feet. And so I rang and I said, you know, I'd been told to ring today to try and get an appointment with my GP. Could I please try and get one? And they asked why. So I had to tell them like what it was for. And they said that they would get someone to ring me back, but it may not be my GP. And I mean, to be fair to them, like, someone did ring me back. It's a doctor I've never heard of, never met. And ended up doing a video call with her and trying to show her, like, my feet, and so that she could try and see what they were like. It just didn't show up very well on the video call, which is frustrating because you can't get across, like, what the problem is. Anyway, she's putting me on a different lot of antibiotics, and she was going to put me on another tablet as well, but I don't think she is now because it might interact with my other medications, so I don't know what will happen. But yeah, basically I can't speak to my GP, and I'm feeling so anxious, and I don't want to speak about it too much because I feel like I'm going to cry. I'm feeling so anxious, and I guess the one, like, saving grace is that I've got a lot of other people in the chronic illness community who I can speak to who are going through exactly the same thing. I got a letter today in the post from the rheumatology department at my hospital, and it was just a letter that was like, I mean, it was a standard letter that I guess was sent out to everybody that kind of has a rheumatologist, and it kind of was just saying that it was trying to answer some kind of commonly asked questions, and so it, like, talked a little bit about, like, COVID-19 and like relating it to rheumatology stuff, and then it kind of listed some medications that if you're on you need to be shielding, and then there are a couple of, like, helpline type things, like charity helplines that they said you could ring if you're kind of struggling. And it made me cry because it's the only time I've heard from any medical professional kind of, I don't know, like, giving some sort of consideration to people with sort of disabilities and chronic illnesses. I mean, to be fair, a lot of, like, most of the information wasn't massively relevant. A lot of it was focusing around things like arthritis and like autoimmune type stuff, so it wasn't massively helpful in that respect for me. But just just the fact that they had written this letter kind of trying to just reassure their patients, offering some advice, some places they could go for help, it just felt really, I don't know, what I needed, I suppose. And I totally understand that hospitals are massively busy and everything like that, but to get a letter like that when you've pretty much been forgotten by everybody just made me feel like I was still important, like my life was still important, that I still mattered. And yeah, just getting that letter, just, I don't know, it just felt like they were reaching out and saying, we still care, we still are here for you a bit, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, I wanted to say that because I don't know, I think it was important to kind of acknowledge that letter and to acknowledge just how important getting that letter was, rather than like all the other letters that I've had discharging me from services or telling me that I won't have any appointments or that I can't get any treatment. To get a letter that actually just says, I don't know, kind of, I suppose, like acknowledges the difficult situation, but also acknowledges the difficult situation that we're being put in as well. It meant a lot. So yeah, that was a little positive in a difficult time. I'm going to do some more video editing today. I'm not feeling good, like mentally at the moment. I feel like I'm going to burst into tears all the time. So I'm just trying to keep myself busy and doing some editing and just trying to focus on things, like other things, and just, I don't know. It's difficult when you're, like, symptoms are flaring up and you're feeling not very well, like even more not very well than normal, but then you need to like try and distract yourself, and it's just not compatible with each other. But anyway, I'm going to try, and then I'll have a nap this afternoon, and at least when I'm asleep I can forget about everything. So yeah, I'm going to get on with doing a little bit of editing now and then see how the rest of the day goes. So my dad put his jacket down on the table, I think it was this morning when he came in from his dog walk for breakfast, and I think Lennie has claimed it. He hasn't really moved. I mean, I've just had my lunch, and every time I've seen him he has been curled up on it fast asleep. So I've just woken up from a nap. I actually slept for quite a long time, I think, so I feel a bit yeah, not very awake at the moment. I got quite a lot of editing done this morning, so I was quite happy with that. Just need to kind of finish it off tomorrow, and then I can get the vlog up. And then had lunch, and yeah, then had a nap. My mum went out to pick up my prescription while I was asleep, so I now have another lot of antibiotics, which are called Dalacin. I guess that's the like brand name. Oh yeah, they're called clindamycin apparently. Like that, not very exciting. Basically I was just like reading the thing that comes with it. There we go. Not very exciting, but there we go, that's what they're called. Yeah, I was just reading the thing that comes with it, and it says that these are used to treat serious bacterial infections, which is a little bit scary. And I have to take 2 tablets 4 times a day, and I've got 56 tablets. And yeah, reading the thing, it says that they can cause like this problem with your colon. I can't remember what the name was. It's some sort of colitis basically that can be caused by certain antibiotics. I think that was why she said that if I like get an upset stomach, that I need to tell them. Sorry, this camera's not focusing. Yeah, I think that's why she said that if I get an upset stomach I need to tell them, because it can be a sign of this like colitis thing. So yeah, fingers crossed it doesn't happen, but antibiotics usually kind of make me like that anyway, so I'm not that hopeful. But yeah, I shall start taking these, and I'm just really hoping they don't make me feel too ill. I mean, the last ones I was on made me feel pretty rubbish, and these ones are stronger for like more serious infections, so I don't know, I'm just a bit anxious about taking them, especially over like the Easter weekend when the doctors aren't open, but I need to get going with them really. So yeah, I've been having a nap. I think I must have needed it, because I just dozed off like as soon as my head hit the sofa, and yeah, I only woke up when my phone went off telling me to take my medication. So yeah, it's about 5 to 8 now, so I am just going to head outside to do tonight's clap, and and then I shall snuggle back on the sofa again and have my water sip and see if there's anything decent on TV.
There's nobody here.
You're frightening the birds. You right, baby?
What's Daddy doing?
Got his dinner bowl.
What's Daddy doing?
He's going to expect to be fed again.
He's still going. Bye!
Good morning and good Friday. It's Easter weekend. It's going to be a bit of a strange one because we're stuck inside, can't go to church, can't see family, can't do anything. I was really looking forward to this year having an Easter egg hunt with Noah and Maisie, but it was not meant to be, so it's not happening. I'm sure Noah might do one at his house. We'll just have to hopefully do one next year, which will be nice. I have a not very happy candle. I tried to light it and it keeps going out, so I think I need to like dig out some of the wax because I don't know, it just doesn't seem to want to say a light, so I'm going to try that in a minute. But yeah, I'm just going to try and finish editing my weekly vlog, and depending on the time I might try and film like a few cutaways because tomorrow I want to film a couple of videos and I might need some cutaways for those. But apart from that, don't really have any plans today, so going to try and get these things done this morning and then see how I go for the rest of the day and what other things I can get done. Just got my camera out to film myself and realised that I look a bit dishevelled at the moment. Oh, I give up. This is just how it is in lockdown. Yeah, I finished editing my vlog this morning and exported it. It's uploading now, but I haven't like written any of the description or anything, so I'm hoping that I can do that tomorrow and then it will still upload. Sometimes it's a bit hit and miss, sometimes you have to like redo it. But I also filmed a few cutaways for a video that I want to put up or film tomorrow. So yeah, I did all that. I've had some lunch and my mum has just got back from doing a Waitrose shop. And I thought I'd just show you a few little bits that she's picked up for like Easter treat type things. She got all the essentials as well, but they've got quite a few Eastery bits, so she kind of picked some up along the way. So most years we try and get a Cinderella cake, which is like it's kind of like a fruity cake type thing with marzipan, but we usually get it from Marks and Spencer's, and because we're not kind of going there for our shop, we haven't got one. But Waitrose were doing these, so these are just little Easter cupcakes with little decorations on, which are quite sweet. And then my mum also found these. These are 4 Easter Cinderella spiced cupcakes, and they've got little marzipan balls on the top, which is always the best bit because I love marzipan. So be interested to see what those are like. And then she also picked up some hot cross buns, so she got some of these little mini hot cross buns because my dad just likes the normal ones. But then she also got some chocolate and cherry ones and some chocolate and orange ones. Definitely had these ones last year and I think they were quite nice, but I don't remember having these ones. I think they're new.
The bun is actually chocolate.
This one?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, the bun's actually chocolate. That'll be interesting. Yeah, these ones were really nice last year, so hoping these ones will be good as well. But yeah, these are more my kind of thing, whereas Dad prefers these ones, and I'm sure Mum will help me with the funky ones as well. And then just as my mum was coming out of Waitrose, they have like 2 people standing outside, like managing the crowds, and one of the guys came up to her with a couple of bunches of daffodils and said that they just sort of went, "These are for you, happy Easter." And my mum was like, "Oh, thank you." They weren't kind of giving them to anybody else, and unless they'd kind of been giving them and that was like their last ones, but nobody else seemed to have them. And like Mum said that she'd been quite friendly with them over the last few weeks and been chatting to them outside sort of while she was waiting. So I said maybe they gave them to her because she'd been nice to them. She doesn't think so, but I think maybe they did. And they're really pretty. They're like quite light on the outside with then like darker insides. So it would be nice to see what they look like once they bloom. Good morning. It is hot today. It was hot yesterday as well, and I am feeling a bit, I'm not good in the heat, and it's just, I like the sunshine and I do like the summer, but I'm not good in heat. If it was like sunny and warmish, I'm okay, but as soon as it starts getting a bit warmer than like warm, yeah, my body just does not cope, so I'm flagging a bit at the moment. Although apparently it's going to get colder again next week, so there we go. I'm a bit lower down today because I'm not in my usual desk chair. I don't film in my desk chair, so I'm filming today. So my mum's brought up one of the little black IKEA chairs that we've got. But I just need to finish getting my weekly vlog up first, which I'm hoping has, it says it's finished processing. So maybe, I'm hoping if I can like put in the description and stuff and then just press publish, it will just publish it. That's the idea, fingers crossed. Yeah, and then I am gonna try and film a couple of videos this morning. I've just been doing some cleaning in my bathroom, which if it works I'll show you the end result. If it doesn't, then I won't. But basically we live in a really hard water area, and the tap in my bathroom and in a few other like bathrooms in the house, it's just got like lime scale around it, and it's just impossible to get off. We've tried cleaning them with like everything and it's just not happened. So I was looking on, I'm on the Facebook group for like people who like Mrs. Hinch, and it's really good for like cleaning tips. And I was looking on there and someone said if you put white vinegar, like soak it in a like kitchen towel and then put a bag over it, that really helps, which I have done before, but they said you actually have to get a knife and then chip it off, whereas I just tried to wipe it off. So I'm going to try that this time and see if that works. If that doesn't work, then I don't know, but I'm giving it a go, so we'll see. So yeah, I've just been doing that. The only problem is that my hands, even though I wash them, like my hands and the bathroom smell like a fish and chip shop because of the vinegar. So once the vinegar has kind of worked its magic, I will then have to kind of clean with something else that doesn't smell of vinegar. But anyway, so yeah, that's the plan. Antibiotics are making me feel a bit rough. They're giving me a really horrible taste in my mouth. Like I woke up in the night and I was like, what is that? And I was like trying to drink water to try and get rid of it, but I think it's just, I've had it with antibiotics before. Some antibiotics just make your mouth taste horrible. So I'm guessing that's just going to be what it is for the next week. What else can I tell you? Not a lot really, I don't think. Oh, Richard, Lisa and Noah went for a walk today, as they do most days, to get their kind of one exercise a day. And because they live just down the road from us, they can walk like up behind our house, because that's where like all the good walks are, because it's woodland and fields and stuff like that. So most people will go for walks around here, like up there. So they were walking behind our house and they FaceTimed us and like showed us the back of our house. So my dad, mum and sister like went and stood in our garden. I couldn't get out. Like I need to work out our garden this summer, because I've got to get out of the house like down a step, which I think will be okay because I've got into houses like with steps before, but there are then like 3 or 4 steps to get up onto the grass. So I'm going to practice that this summer because they're not like very deep steps, whereas the ones in our house are quite like deep. These aren't, so I'm hoping they'll be manageable and I can get up on the grass. But anyway, my mum, dad and Becca went out there and we're like standing on our grass, and then Richard, Lisa and Noah were standing like in the woods, like on the other side of the fence with way more than 2 meters between them, and they got to have a little chat and like waved at Noah, and yeah, I think it was nice. I wish I could have gone out there because I'd like to have like at least seen them from afar, but I'll have to do a FaceTime for now. But yeah, we're lucky that they're able to do that. Obviously, you know, you can't get any closer to them. We can't kind of open the gate and go out and have a proper chat with them or invite them in, but it does mean we can kind of talk to them face to face, even if it's just over a fence with however many feet between us. Although I don't think Noah quite understands because he'll like ask if he can come into Nanny and Grandpa's, and it's really hard to you know, explain it to a 2-year-old because it's just a weird concept for anybody to understand, let alone like a little 2-year-old. So yeah, but then that was nice, and I think they were enjoying their walk, so that was good. But yeah, apart from filming my videos, I haven't really got anything else planned today. I'm gonna have a shower later and wash my hair. That's very exciting. But yeah, my main goal is to get these 2 videos filmed, and then kind of see what time I've got left and what I can do with that. I'll probably have a nap at some point because that's what I usually do on an afternoon. But yeah, I want to get this up and then I'm going to get filming so that my lunch isn't too late, hopefully.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
Right, the videos are finished. I managed to get 2 filmed, so I'm quite happy with that. Lennie, if you knock my camera off, I will not be happy. My camera is currently balancing on my bottle of water and Lennie is sniffing it. So yeah, I managed to get my 2 videos filmed, and I'm now just making a sandwich for a late lunch because it's too late for everything else, and I've just got breadcrumbs everywhere. I've got a headache actually. I don't know if it's just because I've been busy or I've got too hot or I'm tired or what, but I am shattered. But anyway, yes, I got my videos filmed, which I'm glad about because at least now I can, I've got videos for another couple of weeks, so I'm quite happy with that. I actually filmed a different one to what I had kind of planned, because I was going to film one video about like looking after your mental health when you're in lockdown, self-isolation, whatever you want to call it, and then I was also going to do one about kind of how ways you can kind of go out without actually going out. And then yesterday I was on Instagram and I follow a lady called Jem who has a YouTube channel called Wheels No Heels, and she was asking if anyone was a wheelchair user and had a YouTube channel, if they would be interested in doing a collab, to email her. So I sent her an email, and basically she's kind of come up with this wheelchair tag and asked if I'd be interested in doing it. So I said yes, because it's a fun idea and I thought it would be nice to do something that was like collaborated with her because I enjoy her videos. So instead of filming the mental health one, I have filmed the wheelchair tag, and then I did the going out one as well because I've already done cutaways for that. I don't know if there's going to be enough butter in here. So yeah, at least I've got like another idea for a video that I can film kind of like later down the line, once I've put these two up. So yeah, that was good. I quite enjoy a tag because it gives you, well, you've got like a ready-made idea, and also I quite enjoy answering questions, so it was quite fun to answer the questions, and it would be nice to like see like anyone else that takes part in it, what their answers are, because like I don't talk to many, well, I talk to my friends who are like wheelchair users, but I don't know really that many people in the YouTube community. I know a couple, but that's about it. So yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what other people say about it. Anyway, Lennie, can you get out of the flower pot, please? Oi. Naughty. He's got this thing. We've got like poinsettias on the windowsill that are still going from Christmas, and oh my god, he likes to get into the flower pot and like try and get the mud out everywhere, and he knocks them over, and you're just a nightmare, aren't you? You're a nightmare. Come over here. Come on. He's kind of looking as if he's going to come, but I'm not sure. He's getting down lower and lower. I think he's going to come over. Come on. Yeah, anyway, basically it's like impossible to have flowers or plants or anything at the moment in the kitchen because he just knocks them over. Like he knocked a vase of flowers over, a bit back, that was on the table. I wasn't here, I was in hospital. But yeah, he knocked like the whole like vase of flowers over. Apparently there was like water everywhere. The vase didn't smash, I don't know how it didn't. But like the flowers were everywhere and the water. So yeah, it's just impossible at the moment. I don't know how you stop a cat doing that when you're not around. Like obviously if we see him like, you know, trying to eat a flower or mess about with the flowers, hello, then we stop we stop him, but when we're not here you can't really do that. So I don't know what the answer is. He's a kitten, that's what they do. Don't you? Are you a kitten? Come here. Oh, he's gorgeous. I can't believe how big he's got. I was editing because I'm quite behind with my vlogs. He does not want to be cuddled at the moment. Yeah, I'm quite behind with my vlogs at the moment, and I was editing the vlog from when we got him. And I can't believe how much he's grown in such a short amount of time. He was like, literally like you could hold him in one hand. And now, as well, you sort of like you need two hands to try and hold him up because he's getting so big. He doesn't look like a little kitten anymore, but he's still lovely. And when he's in a cuddly mood, like he's really cute, but he can be a pain in the arse as well at times. Right, before I go and have a nap, I got a parcel from Shop Disney today. I think, so basically my friend Lydia said she was sending me an Easter present from Shop Disney, so I'm guessing that that's what this is because this isn't my order from Shop Disney. So I thought I'd open it and show you what's inside. Ooh. We have Stitch dressed up as a bunny. Who's rather cute. It says Disney Store 2020 on his foot. It's really soft as well. And then he's kind of like pastel, almost like tie-dye colours. So he can join my other little Disney plushes in my office. Yeah, he's made me smile. Much better than an Easter egg because it lasts longer. It does. Everything, random bit of plastic. And the receipt. So yeah, if you're watching, thank you Lydia. I will send her a text as well, but yeah, thank you very much. Hello! Hi Macy!
Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, really wanna know.
Good morning, happy Easter. We have just had a FaceTime with David, Emma and Maisie, so that was nice. Although I don't know what was going on with my phone, but it was like really echoey. It sounded like we were in like some sort of like glass bowl or something like that, so I don't know what happened there. I couldn't really hear what they were saying very well, but it was nice to see them anyway. I did my medication and all that kind of stuff this morning, and now I am going to do a little bit of tidying in my bathroom. It's still quite warm today, hence why I'm wearing not a jumper anymore, although the things keep falling out. So yeah, I'm going to try and do a little bit of tidying, then go down for lunch. I think we're going to do a FaceTime with Richard, Lisa and Noah at some point. Gonna have a nap and just, yeah, don't really have many plans today. Not a huge amount we can do, to be honest, apart from chat to the family online. So that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. I'd like to get sort of a decent amount of stuff done in my bathroom if I can, but it just depends how warm I get up here because it is quite hot. But I'm going to kind of make a start and see how I get on. So first up, I thought I would show you the tap that I cleaned yesterday. I'll put a picture in here, please don't judge. We live in a really hard water area, and so we get a lot of limescale, and I had tried everything to clean this tap and it just was not cleaning. It was like a really hard limescale that I just could not get off no matter what I did. So I was doing some research, and then I found that if you put soaked some like kitchen paper in white vinegar and left it for a few hours and then used a knife to chip it off, that it should work. So that's what I did, and this is what it looks like now. So here we go, this is what it's looking like now, a lot better. I might try and give it like one more clean at some point with some vinegar, just because there's a few like little bits left on there, and around the back it was quite hard to kind of get the lime scale off just because of the angle, so I need to find maybe something smaller to try and use. But it looks so much better. I also did a couple of places on my sink where there was limescale that just wouldn't come off. And yeah, like now that I've cleaned it up, I can see a couple more places that I kind of need to do. But now that I know it works, then I can kind of use it again. And yeah, I'm really happy with the result. And I think today's tidying, I am going to tackle this drawer. It's just got loads of like samples and things that have been like in magazines and beauty boxes and God knows what else. So I just want to empty it, work out exactly what I've got in there, and then find a better way of storing it, because at the moment I just don't know what's in there, so it's not getting used. So I think that's what we're going to do today.
If I will ever figure out where the road goes, even if I'm falling down, I will keep...
Right, please excuse the lawnmower in the background. I have emptied the drawer out now and given it a nice clean and everything. I've kind of put the samples into piles, so these are all kind of like face products, these are body, these are makeup, we've got hair, and then a lot of this is like nails and stuff. My mum's also just taken away quite a big pile of stuff to go in the bin. And actually I'm going to leave these here because I've measured the drawer, and I'm going to get like an acrylic like organiser with different sections, which I can then label and then put samples in each section, so I know exactly what I've got, because they just don't get used otherwise because you don't know what you've got. So I thought if I put them in sections, then I can kind of just take one out as and when I want to try something new. So I'm going to leave them down there because I've ordered it and it will be here in a couple of days, so there's just not much point in putting them back in again. But yeah, I will show you the finished result once it comes. I'm just hoping that it kind of will work because I've measured it up, but I'm just not 100% sure like whether everything will fit in properly. So yeah, we'll see. So my sisters have been keeping busy outside this morning. They're colouring in our drive, which is looking very pretty. I think it would be nice to have it like that all the time actually. So I've made it out into the garden, and We're doing a little Easter egg hunt. So Rebecca has hidden eggs for me and for Rosie, and then my mum's hidden ones for Rebecca. I mean, there aren't that many, but I think we've got, is it 3 each?
2 little and a big one.
2 little ones and a big one each. So
I didn't. There wasn't any blooming.
that's all right. We'll have a little look round. It's nice to be out in the garden. This is the first time I've made it out since having my operation. So it's nice to be out in the sun for a bit.
Searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind. I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
Going the right way?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get stuck down here. You can all see it.
Yes. You don't need to go any further. I'm just saying that so she doesn't get stuck. Yeah.
Am I really quick? Oh my god. Hang on, I'm not sure if I can reach up there.
You probably can't.
You might as well get it better to get it down for you.
Can you use one of your crutches?
No, then it might smash.
No, because I'm gonna fall. I might fall over. Yeah, I can't reach.
Useless. Get it.
Right, so you can just appreciate that that is where your bunny is, and you can't have it,
It will just gradually melt.
and trickle down the light and...
Thank you. He has a cobweb on him. Good evening. So you saw us have the Easter egg hunt. I mean, it was quite pared back, but it was a bit of fun. And then after that, I had a nap, which I really needed. And we've just had dinner together, which was nice. I decided to have a fruit cider because why not? I don't think I've actually drunk alcohol since I had my operation. I've been kind of putting it off because of the medication that I'm on, but I don't know. Tonight I just thought, what the hell? I'll have a fruit cider. I've got a towel rolled up under my knee at the moment. I don't know if you can see there, to try and like bend it a bit. I don't do it for very long because it's quite painful. But I thought I'd just do it while I did this, which probably wasn't a good idea actually. But anyway, I will persevere with that. And yeah, it's the evening now. It's kind of chilly in here because the windows are still open, so we need to shut them because I'm getting cold now. But I thought I'd just come on and finish this week's vlog. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I know a lot of it has been quite rambly, but that's just life at the moment, so apologies for that. If you have enjoyed it and you'd like to see more, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell, that means you'll get notified every time I upload a video so you don't miss anything. Also leave me a comment, let me know how you're getting on at the moment, and yeah, how you're kind of passing the time, what you're getting up to, how you're coping. And also let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see me do, anything that would kind of be helpful or keep you entertained or anything else, do let me know. And also come and follow me on social media. I'm usually on Instagram mainly, but Twitter sometimes as well. My links are all in the description, but I'll pop them here as well. So if you want to come over and say hello, then that would be really nice. It'd be nice to see you over there. And I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!